Hello there, this is Jed McCabe of www.bodybuildingthatworks.com, and if you are into bodybuilding and weight training, I'd like to ask you a very important question, and that is, are you putting your joints at risk when you weight train? The trouble is there's a lot of lies, disinformation and plain bad advice about bodybuilding out there. There are several dangerous exercises that can really mess your joints up for good. And the really dangerous thing is that they're promoted by bodybuilding experts, in inverted commas, as safe exercises. There's an awful lot of people that claim to be experts about training with weights, can produce all these letters and things after their names, but a lot of them don't really know anything. And as a side note, whatever anybody tells you, you should go away and assess it for yourself and think whether it really makes sense, and that includes anything that you hear from me as well, by the way. Now the trouble is that elite bodybuilders, and I'm talking about perhaps the top 1% in the world, can get away with doing these dangerous exercises because their joints and connective tissues are far stronger than us average folk. And I describe us as average, we're really the vast majority. I'm talking about 95 to 96% are average people. You have the elite 1%, and then you have sort of 2 or 3% who are somewhere in between. So as I say, they can do virtually any exercise they want and they'll make gains on it because their joints are strong enough that they can get away with doing them. But we need to be smarter than that. And always remember, if an exercise causes you pain, it can only be for one of two reasons. Number one is that you're doing it wrong. By that I mean that your technique is poor. And number two is it really is wrong for you. We're not all built the same, and this is one of the main problems I see with the mainstream bodybuilding situation anyway. You get these one size fits all routines handed out, and then we're told that we must follow them. This is complete nonsense, because you really need to understand enough about bodybuilding to then go away and customize routines to suit you. And it really doesn't matter if everybody else in the entire world can do a certain exercise and you can't. If you've checked that your form is correct and it still causes you pain, then drop the exercise now. I mean it, it's really serious. You should think of pain as a useful thing, because what it is, it's a warning, and it's your body telling you that the way you're treating it, you're damaging it. So the first thing to do is, if an exercise hurts you, tidy up your exercise technique. You may need to buy an exercise technique book from somewhere, or find someone who really knows what they're talking about. And even after that, if you've cleaned up your technique and the exercise is still hurting you, drop it. Now here's a few examples of some dangerous exercises, and these are all promoted by gurus, again in inverted commas, should really be morons, as safe exercises, but I'm telling you, don't do these. The bent over row, which is very bad for the back, the upright row, which is very bad for the wrists, for the shoulders and for the elbows, and it just looks wrong. You just have to see someone doing the upright row, it just looks freakish, it's just wrong. The Smith machine squat, which is either very bad for the back or the knees or both. And bench pressing to the neck, which is another technique I often hear recommended by gurus, which is something you should never ever do. If you bench press to the neck, it's very bad for the neck and for the shoulders. And if you take nothing away from this video apart from this one thought, always remember, if you're injured, you can't put on any muscle. That's an absolute guaranteed fact. Now, if you'd like more information on this, go to www.bodybuildingthatworks.com, and there you'll find a free 2-hour video presentation called The 15 Things You Need to Know About Designing Your Own Bodybuilding Routines. Now this is also available as a 21-page written report and a 2-hour MP3 recording. So my advice to you is to visit www.bodybuildingthatworks.com now and find out the right way to build your own body safely and quickly. This is Jed McCabe. Thanks for listening. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.